Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I hope you forgive my fickle nature as we continue on with my NXT reviews. This time I'll be reviewing tonight's NXT for May 5th, 2012. Now, I skipped last week's NXT mostly because Hawkins and Rex weren't in it. So, I may have missed out on a little bit of it. I did catch it though. I did watch it. Hornswoggle was in charge and they had this thing, but I didn't really get that much into it. I didn't review it, but I'm back in the fray and hopefully I can keep on keeping on. Now we begin tonight's NXT with William Regal and Matt Striker in the ring, and Regal gives us an update that he has been recruiting new faces, new superstars for NXT to come aboard, and we will see some new people coming on in the following weeks. I hope that turns out okay. But then their little promo is interrupted by Johnny Curtis, who comes in with Maxine complaining that they're handcuffed to each other still. And then here comes JTG interrupting them, also complaining that he's been sending Regal text messages, emails, voicemail messages, direct messages on Twitter, and no response. So he's kind of pissed. So William Regal decides to cut them both some slack. He decides to make both of them tag partners, and they're going to go up against anyone who feels like facing up against them. And the ones who answer the call are Tyson Kidd and Alex Riley. So the first match of the night is TK and A-Rai versus JTG and Johnny Curtis. Now, I love watching Tyson Kidd wrestle, and he was in top form today, same as always. Alex Riley, he's okay. I like him well enough, but he's not a big selling point for me. But he was still pretty cool to watch tonight. However, I'm not that big a fan of Johnny Curtis in the ring. Now, I like his gimmick of him being all creepy is actually, he's doing it pretty well. The only problem is when he's in the ring, he really slows down the match, and I don't really like that. You know, that's not my preferred style of wrestling to watch. Now, I'm sure in the ring it's effective. It probably gets you a couple of victories, but to me, it's not that engaging to watch. JTG, on the other hand, I will admit I'm not too familiar with him. I didn't catch his match last week, and it got me thinking, and it got my eyes on. He busted out one really cool move up against Eric Bateman, and so I kind of been thinking about him. And he did bust out a couple of new moves today. Moves I haven't seen. You've probably seen him before if you watch other JTG matches, but a couple moves I haven't seen. And William Regal was really selling him on commentary, being a tag team expert. And I suppose I would have to agree. He really helped dictate the pace of the match with Johnny Curtis, and for the most part, they mostly had Alex Riley on the ropes. They were really kicking his ass, and it was only after a hot tag to Tyson Kidd that they won the match. So I guess I'm willing to buy that JTG, despite not having a tag team partner, is really good. If he's not an expert, then he's just really good at tag team matches. Afterwards, we get a backstage segment with Percy Watson and Michael McGillicuddy. Now, McGillicuddy's just making fun of Percy Watson's little tassels or whatever. And then apparently, Showtime Percy Watson was assaulted last week backstage. No one knows by who, and he's pretty pissed off about it. And according to Percy Watson, he met up with William Regal, and he has a match tonight against McGillicuddy. Afterwards, we get a Raw recap with what happened with Brock Lesnar and Triple H. Then after that, we cut back to Josh Matthews and William Regal. And guess who's in the crowd? Okay, my boys Kurt Hawkins and Tyler Rex are in the crowd trolling with some signs, change for NXT and Regal sucks. That was good to see. But the party was ruined immediately with William Regal calling security on them and having them forcefully escorted out of the building. And which was kind of hilarious to me because as soon as security showed up, everyone started freaking booing. And I even heard one guy yell, "Save Rex and Hawkins!" And it brought a smile to my face, despite the fact that they were being a super. But that's something else. Anyway, let's continue. Afterwards, we get another backstage segment. This time with JTG and Alicia Fox. Apparently, Alicia Fox isn't too keen on JTG's current look. She suggests giving him a new look because, according to her, he's in Brooklyn. The problem is he's in Brooklyn 1998. So she's willing to give him a new look, up to speed, up to date, make him a little bit more confident, aggressive. She's basically pitching being his manager without actually saying the word manager. And JTG says no. But then he changes his mind. And then afterwards we get another backstage segment with Derek Bateman and Caitlyn. And they actually managed to find Alex Riley with the same injury as Showtime Percy Watson. Now he's been assaulted, hurt in the knee, and Bateman finds Percy Watson's tassels. Not sure what that means yet. Afterwards, we get our main event, Showtime Percy Watson versus Michael McGillicuddy. And during the earlier segment with Percy Watson and Michael McGillicuddy said that he's going to be the one who has the last laugh. And then I noticed all tonight he was like laughing, ha ha, like the Joker or some shit. And I'm just thinking, is that his gimmick? Is that the gimmick we're going to give him for now? That a laughing gimmick? Really? Well, it's better than playing doctor or tag every other week like Bateman and Caitlyn, idiots. But you know what? Whatever. On to the match. The match was pretty sweet. The one big thing I noticed was that due to Percy Watson's injury, he rarely, if at all, did any high-flying moves. Not this time. This time he decided to go for the strength route. You know, I guess he didn't want to put too much pressure on that knee. McGillicuddy was really working the knee. That was his strategy. And surprisingly enough, McGillicuddy got the victory. What happened afterwards just struck me as bizarre. Afterwards, Matt Striker came out, went up to William Regal, and showed him Percy Watson's tassels. William Regal stepped up and said, "Hey Percy, we need you to talk to security for a bit." And they said, "It's not like we're not accusing you of anything. This is just a formality. But you still got to do it." So Matt Striker was seen leaving with Showtime Percy Watson. And I guess some sort of new storyline is coming up with them. I don't know where it's going to go. Hopefully it is not a heel turn for Showtime Percy Watson because the fans are really going behind him. Hell, one dude in the middle of the match just yelled, "I believe in you, Showtime Percy Watson. I believe in you." And all I was thinking was, so do I. I mean, I'm really digging Showtime. I've been endorsing him for the past couple of weeks. I really like his energetic moves, his athleticism. It's great to see in the ring. Then yeah, you know what? I also believe in Percy Watson. But I don't know where they're going with this. I guess we'll just have to wait and see next week. # you should be watching.